The headline story today explores why the KTM boss remains visibly moved by Marc Marquez's daring antics at the 2025 United States MotoGP. Meanwhile, Francesco Bagnaia confidently asserts his readiness to take on Marc Marquez in the upcoming 2025 MotoGP season. Let's dive into the details and stay tuned for the full discussion. In the fast-paced world of MotoGP, where rivalries and talent collide on circuits across the globe, a new chapter is unfolding between two of the sport's most electrifying figures, Francesco Bagnaia and Marc Marquez. According to Ducati's longtime test rider Michele Pirro, only one man has the poise, skill and psychological edge to challenge the ferocity of Marquez in the 2025 season, and that man is none other than Pecco Bagnaia. The 2025 MotoGP season has started with a bang, with Marc Marquez instantly proving his worth at Ducati Lenovo by clinching victories in both the Thailand and Argentina Grand Prix. His aggressive riding style and unmistakable hunger for victory seem far from diminished, despite the challenges of past seasons. Marquez, often hailed as one of the most dominant figures in MotoGP history, has seamlessly adapted to his new machinery, reinvigorating his status as a formidable title contender. His presence has undeniably raised the competitive stakes within the Ducati garage, casting a shadow over his teammate, Francesco Bagnaia. Yet, Bagnaia, often regarded as the epitome of calm under pressure, has demonstrated resilience and determination. After a rough start to the season, he made a critical statement by securing victory at the United States Grand Prix, an achievement that momentarily shifted momentum in his favor. While the win followed a crash from Marquez, Bagnaia's strategic approach and technical precision cannot be overlooked. His victory served as more than just a tally on the scoreboard. It was a reminder that he remains a cornerstone of Ducati's championship ambitions. As of now, the championship standings reflect the intensity of this budding rivalry. Bagnaia sits in third place with 75 points, closely trailing Marquez, who holds 86 points, just one shy of his brother Alex Marquez, the current leader. The competition within the top three has become a high-stakes chess game, where every corner, every tyre choice, and every mental calculation could shift the championship tide. And Michele Pirro, who has witnessed Ducati's transformation over the years, believes this is a defining era for the Italian manufacturer. From being overlooked by elite riders to now becoming the most coveted seat on the grid, Ducati's evolution is nothing short of remarkable. The return of a superstar like Marquez, once on the verge of exiting the sport, speaks volumes about the prestige and performance Ducati now represents. For Pirro, Marquez's comeback is not just a personal triumph, it's a signal that MotoGP has reawakened one of its most thrilling rivalries. The broader narrative here isn't just about lap times or podium finishes, it's about legacy, pressure, redemption, and the unrelenting pursuit of greatness. With Marquez breathing fire once again, and Bagnaia rising to meet the challenge, the 2025 season is shaping up to be one of the most compelling in recent memory. As fans, we are not just spectators, we are witnesses to history in the making. So tell me, whose name do you see being etched into the 2025 MotoGP crown by the season's end? The controversies surrounding Marc Marquez's behavior at the 2025 MotoGP United States Grand Prix continues to stir tension, particularly with KTM's Motorsport director, Pit Berra. The Spanish rider failed to finish the race held at the Circuit of the Americas, yet the chaos he sparked before the start has left a lasting impression on the paddock, especially for KTM, who felt disadvantaged by how the regulations were handled during the incident. Just moments before the lights were set to go out, Marquez made a sudden dash into the pit lane to swap his bike for one fitted with slick tires, presumably anticipating that the drying track would offer better grip. His decision quickly influenced several other riders to do the same. Under normal circumstances, any rider who leaves the grid after the warm-up lap to switch bikes is required to start the race from the pit lane and is often penalized according to the rulebook. However, what followed would raise questions about the consistency and fairness of race officiating. Despite only 9 riders exiting the grid, the race start was officially delayed by the stewards. According to the rules, such a postponement is only valid if 10 or more riders leave the grid, meaning that the actions taken by Marquez and the others should not have triggered a delay. However, the stewards opted to postpone the start anyway, which essentially neutralized any penalties for those who had left their starting positions, allowing them to rejoin the race under no consequence. This decision deeply frustrated KTM, who felt that riders who remained on the grid and followed standard protocol were put at a disadvantage. For Pirro and his team, the stewards' ruling appeared to undermine the integrity of the regulations. The lack of enforcement and deviation from the written rules suggested a preferential or inconsistent application of race control, casting doubt over the fairness of the competition. The implications of this incident extend beyond a single race. It brings into focus a broader issue within MotoGP regarding how race direction responds to unpredictable scenarios. When enforcement of rules becomes arbitrary, trust among teams and riders erodes and the competitive balance is jeopardized. KTM's reaction is rooted in this broader concern, not just frustration with Marquez's opportunism, but with the structure meant to prevent such confusion in the first place. For MotoGP fans and stakeholders, this controversy raises an important question. Should high-stakes decisions be left to on-the-fly judgment, or should the sport reinforce a strict adherence to the rule book regardless of circumstances? While flexibility in officiating is sometimes necessary, inconsistent application can lead to significant grievances, especially when championships are on the line. Moving forward, the incident at the United States GP serves as a pivotal moment to re-evaluate how the sport upholds its standards and ensures fair play for all competitors. As MotoGP pushes deeper into its 2025 season, all eyes will be on the stewards and how they handle future events with similar complexity. Fans, teams, and riders alike are watching closely, because in a sport where milliseconds and decisions define careers, the rules must not only be written, but respected. This situation also highlights the increasingly strategic nature of modern MotoGP, where riders and teams are constantly pushing the boundaries of what is allowed to gain even the slightest advantage. While this level of tactical thinking is part of what makes the sport thrilling, it also underscores the necessity for crystal clear regulations and decisive enforcement. If certain riders or teams feel emboldened to test the grey areas of the rulebook, knowing there's a chance the rules may bend, the door opens to further controversy and resentment within the paddock. For the sake of competitive integrity, MotoGP must ensure that every decision, especially in critical race moments, upholds the spirit of fairness and transparency that the sport demands. Hey MotoGP fans, don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated with all the latest action.